Hi folks, I've got a poster I want to show you. Geographer, the original green job. Now why am I holding this kind of a poster? Hey, this is from the AAG, the Association of American Geographers. Good organization to check out. But anyway, why is Geographer there, the original green job? You know, there's a lot of talk nowadays about green jobs. Jobs that have to do with smart cities, sustainable agriculture, sustainable tourism, sustainable energy, and so on. Well, you know, geographers have always had that sort of framework in mind. Geographers really enjoy the planet. They like looking at the planet. They like investigating the planet. They love getting out there into the field on the planet. They also like going below the planet's surface in caves. They like going above the planet's surface. So air travel, for example, was a huge, thing for geographers. Wow, we love to sit by the window, for example, on airplanes. But geographers, in my view, have always had this sort of let's do what we can to protect the planet as well as just enjoy it. Let's learn about the planet and make it a more sustainable place so that future generations can enjoy it. So in that sense is one of the senses that geography is the original green sort of career. It's always been concerned about the effect of the environment on humans and the effect of humans on the environment. So in that sense, geography is the original green sort of job, the original green sort of discipline. But it doesn't end there. Because not only is the profession of geography a green profession, but the skills that geographers use have to do with the earth as well. For example, scale matters, right? Depending on what scale you look at, phenomena have different spatial patterns, and that's often important in solving a problem. Also, the content that geographers engage in, I mentioned a couple of these earlier, but water, ecoregions, energy, soil, climate, the human-environment interaction, as I mentioned, all that solid content is green, if you will. It has to do with the planet and its people. Also, geographic themes and perspectives are important. So sustainability has always been important and core to geography, whether it's sustainability in terms of tourism, agriculture, or energy. Conservation has been another key theme or perspective that geographers have had over the decades and over the centuries, really. But thirdly, the skills that geographers bring to bear on a problem are important and have to do with this whole notion of being a green job. What do I mean by the skills? Well, as the world becomes increasingly interconnected and interdependent, it's more important than ever to have a spatial or geographic perspective on the world's problems. So, for example, geographers use maps, right? We've always looked at the globe. We've looked at remotely sensed imagery. We've looked at tables of data, spatial statistics, and maps of various kinds, especially nowadays in the context of a geographic information system, where we can layer different maps together to really look at the world more in a holistic way. So we look at how the ecoregion is dependent on the hydrosphere and the atmosphere and the geosphere and the anthrosphere, which has to do with humans. So all of these things interact at different scales, and they're all important in analyzing the world from a spatial context. Also, geographers look at real data. We get out there and we collect data, and we look at it and we analyze it in different ways. 2 dimensions, 3 dimensions. We get down on our hands and knees and actually look at soil samples and pH and streams and so on. We think that these skills are highly in demand, and ever more so in our world today, as the general public sort of is latching onto this as well, and that is that we can't really effectively solve problems without looking at those problems in a geographic context. So for those reasons and many others we can talk about, geographers really have the original green job. They have green careers. So if you want to find out more about it, check out these websites that will appear in this video. And I think you'll be amazed at how many jobs actually have to do with geography. Even if you're not having the title as geographer, you would do well in your career to have some of these spatial content, core content knowledges in your toolkit, and also these geographic skills we talked about, and also the geographic perspective on looking at the world and its problems, and devising solutions to those problems. So, thanks, Geographer, the original green job.